Okay, moving on to respiratory protection. Most of the facilities right now have probably either a homemade cloth mask or a surgical mask such as this, just because the shortage of N95s is really high right now. So when you put on or don a surgical grade mask, simply gonna loop it over both your ears. Make sure you pull the bottom down below your chin. And then as far as the bridge of your nose goes, there's a little metal band up here. The proper way to secure the band is actually take 2 fingers or 2 different hands and pinch it on both sides of your nose. Don't take 1 finger and pinch it. It actually adheres better to contours of your face if you take 2 sides, okay? Now when you doff the surgical grade mask, you need to make sure your gloves are off, your hands have been washed, and you're gonna come up, take the band behind your ear. I find it easy to pull it off the ear and loop it like I just did with my finger. Again, let me do that again for you. Pull it off my finger, or on my finger, and I loop it, pulling it away from my face. Come to the other side, same thing, grab it and pull it forward. Okay, let me do that one more time for you. I'm gonna don my mask, pinch the nose piece, and when I go to doff, doesn't matter which side you do it on, you're gonna come from behind. After you have clean hands, you'll pull off 1 loop. I find it easy to wrap it around like that. Come to the other side, pinch the band or wrap it around and pull it forward. And of course, dispose of it. Now, if you're lucky enough to have an N95, first thing first, if you are a man, proper usage of an N95 requires a clean shaven face, with the exception of a mustache and maybe a little bit of a goatee. But the circle from the bottom of your chin, everything outside this should be clean shaven. Now, I don't have any jobs today. I've been in the office for the last few days, so I'm not concerned about it. Now, if I were to get called out to go to a job site, I would shave to make sure that I'm compliant with the mask. So just keep that in mind if you're a man. To don an N95, the easiest thing that I found to do is to hold your N95 out, slide your hand between the elastic bands and cup it, okay? Again, hold it out, slide your hand in, hold it and cup it. Put it against your face. Take your other hand and you're gonna take both the bands at the same time, slide them up and over. Adjust your bottom band, adjust your top band. Now this N95 I've been using quite a bit for demonstration, so it's not as firm as it used to be. All right, again, 2 hands. I'm gonna adjust my bridge on my mask. Now when you go to doff an N95, you should remove or doff your old set of gloves, wash your hands. I have a personal preference to re-glove at least 1 hand, just because the outside of your mask is contaminated. And I found that if you take the bands off like I'm gonna show you and you don't have your glove over your face like this, that sometimes the mask, because the bands can be tight, tends to pop up and go towards your eyes. So you remove or doff your dirty pair of gloves, wash your hands, use your hand sanitizer, whatever your facility is recommending. Apply a clean, fresh glove. Grab the front of the mask with the gloved hand. You can use an ungloved hand, go behind your head, get both the bands, if I can, there we go. Pull them up and over, away from my face, and remove the mask from my face. Now watch what happens if I don't use a gloved hand and hold it against my face and I go to doff. So let's just say I take 1 band, because if you do both, it won't work at all if you do both. Take 1 band and pull over. See what happens? It went up against my eyes. Do the same thing even if you do the top band. It doesn't go up against your eyes, but the moment I go to pull this band, it's popping up over my face. So that's why I strongly recommend when you doff an N95 to have a clean, gloved hand. Hold the outside, clean gloved hand, hold the outside of the mask. Then whether you do one band or both at the same time, it's not popping up in your eyes, and you can pull it away and dispose of the mask, doff the one glove, and rewash your hands or use hand sanitizer.